In recent developments within the legal sphere surrounding former President Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City and a prominent figure in Trump's legal team, finds himself embroiled in a financial and legal quagmire. Giuliani's financial woes have escalated to the point where he is facing a lawsuit filed by none other than his own former lawyer, Robert Costello. The basis for this lawsuit revolves around unpaid legal fees, with Costello alleging that Giuliani has failed to compensate him and his law firm for a range of legal services rendered. These services encompassed cases related to alleged election interference in Georgia and Washington, D.C., as well as a variety of other legal matters. According to Costello's lawsuit, Giuliani is saddled with an outstanding debt of nearly $1.4 million in unpaid legal fees. This staggering sum starkly contrasts with the paltry $214,000 that Giuliani has managed to remit since retaining Costello's legal services back in November 2019. It is worth noting that, in response to the lawsuit, Giuliani did make a partial payment of $10,000 last week. However, this gesture has not quelled the escalating dispute between the two parties. Giuliani's response to the lawsuit has been both defiant and accusatory. He publicly criticized both the lawsuit itself and Costello, expressing his personal dismay over the situation. Giuliani lamented, stating, "I can't express how personally hurt I am by what Bob Costello has done. It's a real shame when lawyers do things like this." He also asserted that the bill presented by Costello and his law firm far exceeds what could reasonably be considered legitimate fees. In another intriguing twist, Donald Trump, the former president and Giuliani's longtime ally, held a fundraiser earlier in the month at his Bedminster, New Jersey golf club. This high-profile event, with tickets priced at a staggering $100,000 per plate, was organized to raise funds for Giuliani's legal defense. The extent to which this fundraiser was successful in shoring up Giuliani's financial position remains undisclosed. Shifting our attention to the broader legal landscape encompassing former President Trump, one noteworthy development involves Jeffrey Clark. Clark is the latest Trump ally to make an argument that has thus far had limited success, asserting that he was solely following the former president's orders in his actions. Clark's attempt to move his case to federal court, however, faces an uphill battle. He must substantiate his claim by presenting evidence that he was not only acting as a federal official but also within the scope of his federal duties. Remarkably, Clark's argument underscores a growing trend in Trump-related legal cases. The likelihood of success in this endeavor remains uncertain. It suggests that Trump himself may bear ultimate responsibility for the actions of those closest to him. This divergence from the typical legal strategy employed in such cases may have significant implications for future proceedings. In Fulton County, a judge has taken the initiative to divide the defendants into two groups. Notably, defendants Chesbrough and Powell are scheduled to stand trial on October 23, while the rest will have their trials set for a later date. This division reflects the complexity of the legal battles stemming from the aftermath of the 2020 presidential election. Returning to Rudy Giuliani's precarious legal situation, there is speculation regarding whether he might find himself representing his own interests. Given his background as a seasoned attorney, this prospect is not entirely far-fetched. However, it is important to note that withdrawing from a criminal case as legal counsel is often fraught with difficulties, particularly when the client is a criminal defendant. What seems increasingly likely, given Giuliani's mounting legal challenges and financial difficulties, is that he may be pushed toward declaring bankruptcy. In such a scenario, numerous creditors, including Bob Costello's law firm, Davidoff Ciderin, and Costello himself, could emerge seeking payment for their outstanding debts. Additionally, individuals like Ruby Freeman and Shamos, who have secured a default judgment against Giuliani in their defamation case, would be part of this queue. As the legal landscape surrounding the former president continues to evolve, one key development to watch for is Judge Chaikin's decision on Trump's recusal motion. This motion, submitted by Trump, holds considerable significance in shaping the trajectory of the legal proceedings. Furthermore, the near future holds the prospect of 3 debt collectors in Georgia attempting to move their cases to federal court. Trump is also poised to present his arguments against a gag order, marking yet another twist in the intricate web of legal battles that continues to unfold on a daily basis. In this tumultuous legal environment, We rely on legal experts like Lisa Rubin, a former litigator and MSNBC legal analyst, to provide insights and clarity amidst the complexity of these proceedings. Lisa's analysis helps shed light on the evolving legal landscape and its implications for the individuals and cases involved.